Hello, this is Abhishek Sengupta. We are on with our business series. I request you to please subscribe this channel before we move forward. I'm mentioning few important points which will help you to start the business, so it is important for you to watch this video till the end. In previous episodes, I talked about why people do not start a business, why people are hesitant in starting business, and also why people, in spite of so many risks and challenges, do start a business. Now, in this episode, let's take up starting a business. Now, starting a business is a great thing. It involves lot of challenges, lot of hassles, but the idea of business itself is a fascinating one. This is fascinating, this is interesting, and this is challenging. Everyone at some point of time or other want to start his or her own business, but as I said, only few really manage to do so. There are different reasons I have already talked about in the previous episode. In this episode, I am giving more emphasis on the starting of the business. Now, what is a business? Business, in a very layman's term, can be defined as solving a persisting problem with a new product, technology, or a service. This problem may not be a real problem, or rather it could be even easing out something, a process which was there previous, tough, and with a new technology that becomes easy. So that can become a business idea. Every idea in this world is a business idea. Only the difference is how it is executed and how is it presented in form of general public. There are certain things which one need to keep it in mind. I have noted 5 points in this regard. Let's see. Now, all these points I'll explain in different episodes in details. Now, in this episode, let me first give a quick view of all the 5 points. Number 1 is right and verified idea. Now, every idea which comes to mind can become a business idea. Now, an idea comes in the brain like a flash of light. As an entrepreneur, one must grab that flash to execute that. Now, this is important because this becomes the seed for your business. It is important to validate the idea. Every idea which comes in the mind may not be a mature idea. Hence, that idea need to be refined. That idea need to be properly processed before it is executed in form of business. Number 2, plan and execution. Now, planning is an important phase of anything. It is said that planning is the blueprint of future action. If your planning is right, your half of the things are done. That is the first step forward. But remember, planning cannot go mentally. Of course, you can do a mental brainstorming, but you have to write down the plan. Plan becomes only actionable plan when it is written. Plan should always have a deadline. Now, once the plan is put along with the time limit, it becomes executionable. Execution is actually dividing the whole process into smaller steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. That makes the plan executionable. Now, this execution is also a very vital step. You can have amazing plan on paper, but it is of no use unless and until the plan is executed. Number 3 is prototype and funding. Now, once the plan is made, next thing is to make the prototype of your product. Now, what is prototype? Prototype is the first or nascent show of product to the external world. I must say this is a challenging thing because you are making that product with limited resources. But it has to be the best. You have to put your best foot forward for this, because that is the way how you can take your product or your product plan further. With a show of prototype, you can actually opt for funding, or I must say you can raise funding. In order to make a product, you might require a setup, a manufacturing setup, a factory setup, or a distribution setup, etc. Now, these require money. In order to get money, you have to approach different institutions like banks, like NBFCs, or even investors like angel investors or venture capitals. Now, to them, you have to present your prototype and your business plan. This might seem like a tough phase, but this is the phase you have to face. Number 4, production and sale. Now, once you get funding, once you have raised the funding, next thing is you have to immediately go for production phase. Now, this production phase has to be very quick. More you lose time, more you are losing money, because once you get the funding, your responsibility for paying back starts. Hence, it is important for you not to lose time and straight away go for production. It is always recommended that you must make the production plan at the planning and execution phase only. After the production is done, you have to head for sale. You earn, or rather a business earn, only and only when the customer buys it. Unless and until customer buys it or customer pays for the product, there is no revenue, there is no profit for any business. So it is equally important to have a very strong sale plan. Sale becomes the backbone of your organization and your business. If you are having a good sale, your business will go good. All big business houses have their sale plan ready. Sale plan has to be robust and sale plan has to be flexible. Number 5 is feedback and improvement. Now, this is an ongoing process. Once your product starts rolling in the market, you will start getting feedback from the customers. You may get good feedback, you may get bad feedback, but what is important is that you should always keep the feedback open. You should encourage your customers to give feedback. If you are getting good feedback, that's good for you. And if you're getting bad feedback, you must not get disheartened. Rather, bad feedback, I must say, is a gold mine. That will exactly tell you what are the improvements required in your product or your service. Never question a customer for a feedback. Customers are king. Remember, feedback needs to be properly analyzed and preserved. And proper R&D should be in place how to improve the product based on customers' feedback. These are the 5 points which you need to note while starting a business. I'll explain each of them in details in upcoming episodes. That's all for today. If you have any question, please write in the comment section below. You can even ping me in social media. The links are given in my profile and description. I'll be back with many such episodes. Till then, stay tuned, stay connected. Have a great day.